Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the GA Patch Notes. We just had a little break. Obviously, we were with Booze and Bruce just then, and now we're joined by a new group who wasn't here back when we did our first stream in December. Greedies. If you guys like to introduce yourselves, your roles.
You want to go first? Or am I go first? Okay, I'm going first. Hello, I'm Samuel. I'm one of the designers in Greedies, and
I'm Louise. I'm one of the concept artists.
So, if you guys would want to give just a little elevator pitch of your game for people that are unfamiliar.
I can't remember now.
It's like a top-down dungeon fighter, kind of. You play with your friends and you try to clear all of the humans out of your cave, and then right at the end you turn on each other to win the crown and become the king of the cave.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the game is about.
Yeah, sums up.
Yeah.
Sums up pretty well.
Yeah.
Do you want to go through your slides maybe a little bit? We'll see what you got here,
Absolutely. Well,
and we'll
This is like a pitch presentation.
first, yes, is the pitch.
Yeah.
We have the rest of the team. First, we've got Luke, he's our other designer on top of the team. We have our now two programmers. It was three. We have fortunately lost one.
Oof.
Unfortunately, due to personal
Luckily, our
reasons.
programmers are pretty hard working.
Yeah,
so
we the
we're
other
still
two
getting
are
through
able
it.
to keep the train rolling, thankfully.
Yeah.
The four artists. Do you
Yeah,
want to
we've got
introduce the artists?
concept artists. So it's
Yeah,
me,
yes.
Sonia, George, and Cody. We're all kind of working on different parts of the game to kind of keep it cohesive.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're all concept artists because obviously it's a 2D game, so we don't need any 3D artists.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Then there's the actual anime speech.
That's the actual one, not just my
Yeah.
made-up version.
Yes, players monsters to evict human invaders from their home before fighting each other to claim it for themselves in a multiplayer arcade dungeon explorer.
Nice.
So it sounds a lot better when we remember what it
Yeah.
is. We got who are the Greedies? These are the main four characters we have at the moment. Skeleton.
We have added an extra one.
We
in
do
there.
have an extra one as a backup. A Dullahan Dullahan
It's like a big fire guy with
Ooh.
in a suit of
armor.
armor.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool design.
We don't. It's not in the. Yeah, it's not in the pictures. Yeah.
No, it's not in the picture.
Not yet. We've got the gameplay, basic gameplay loop. We have evict the invaders, where the players work together to clear out each human, and then equip your greedy. So as you're killing and looting, looting, you will find upgrades and power ups and different weapons to equip your greedies with to maybe match your playstyle a bit better and move around and things. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, a second to load in my head. The win condition would be as obviously as we've said. By the end of it, you will have to fight against your friends to claim final victory. The ones who have helped the team the most clear out the most monsters or humans will probably be more well equipped to fight. However, they may be a lot lower on health because they'd be taking more of a beating
Okay.
by clearing the monsters.
Yeah, we're really trying to make sure it's
Balanced.
balanced that way. So it's like everyone's got a bit of a fair chance at winning right at the end.
Okay. So it's not like
Yeah.
one person steamrolls everyone. And...
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we're trying our best to avoid that as much as we can,
Yeah.
like keeping having benefits and negatives to dying or reviving or things like all kinds of gameplay mechanics
Yeah,
to
we
keep
just-
it everyone relatively on the same level.
Yeah.
So no one is completely left in the dust because we're hoping to have up to 4 players at
Okay.
a time.
Yeah.
We only have 2 working at the moment, but I think I can't
As in
remember.
like playable at the same time, or
Yes.
as in like in the actual game. Because in the actual game we've only got the skeleton.
Oh yeah, in the actual game, we're still having animations done for our characters, so we only have the one skeleton
Yeah,
at the most.
that's fine.
But
yeah.
so far we only play test with 2 people at the most, just to have a bare minimum,
Yeah.
really, just so we can at least show off that. The basic pillars of our games: we were replayability for enemies, conditioning to murder, and cartoonish fantasy.
Nice.
All should hopefully be fairly self-explanatory if
Oh,
we've
yeah.
done it correctly.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, obviously.
Definitely the cartoonish fantasy. It looks like a cartoon game, kind
Yeah.
of.
I mean,
We've tried real hard to
Cartoon,
keep it kind of cartoonish.
Yes, we try to keep it a lot light-hearted, no gore or blood or anything obscenely violent.
Like the
obviously.
worst thing is the enemies, and they've just got a bit more of a grungier look
They
than
just
the
look
rest.
angrier.
Yeah, they look angry.
I do want
especially
to
this
ask a little bit about that actually,
Yeah.
in terms of the enemies and the players.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the enemies, obviously you're playing as monsters, so you're against humans,
Yeah,
which is different to most games.
yeah.
Are the enemies all the same, or are there different enemies, different
So far
styles?
We have
three different types of enemies.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have a sentry who will stand still and shoot at your player. There we have a shield who will have it as a shield in front of him, will aim towards the nearest player and that will block any incoming damage. And the players have to work around that. And then we have the one we're currently working on called a charger, who will just run at the enemy or run at the player or the nearest player, try and just like run into them to damage them.
They're all going to look a little bit different as well. Well, quite a bit different actually. I'm working on the enemies at the minute. So I've done the sentry and the shield enemy. I'm just working on the charge one, but really working on the charge one, try and get that in. But yeah, the shield and the charge one are kind of going to look similar. The only difference is one of them will have a shield and the other one's going to be sprinting at you in full plated armor. And then the sentry is like a mage kind of character.
Okay.
So yeah, and they all look quite a lot darker than the playable characters because we want to make the monsters, even though they're monsters, look a bit friendlier. Like you want to play as
You
them.
want to play, yeah.
I know we're trying to avoid any like obviously like human features, so we're trying to keep them as like anonymously human as possible, so they're not. It's almost dehumanized in a sense.
Dehumanize the human.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Yeah.
The sentry just has this giant hat that covers like half of their face,
Okay.
and the rest of it is just pitch black, dark.
funny,
It's
it's got big
it's yeah, it does look like it's got a massive forehead.
Big old forehead.
But they just look kind of creepy. And they've got floating hands, so they look a bit
They're
mystical.
wizard, yeah.
And then the armored enemy, the shield one and the charging one, they've both got helmets on, so you can't actually see their face.
Okay.
So
So
it kind of
you want to
dehumanizes
dehumanize the humans.
Yeah.
Make them seem more like enemies than the actual monsters you want to play as.
Yeah.
And going on to the monsters that you play as well.
We might be able to get them up. I think I sent you the monsters, but I don't know.
I did. They're not in the art style.
Oh, there we go. They might be in the art style.
No, they're not.
That's
Go back a
fine.
bit.
That's
Go back
right.
in this one. There you go.
Oh yeah, there's the monsters.
So obviously we got 4 there. You said that only the skeletons playable right now.
Yeah.
But are the monsters just visual representations of like whatever you want to play, or do they have their own sort of unique abilities, or is
No,
it?
there's no unique abilities.
We originally had the idea of having them be a bit more unique, but due to time and constraints, we've cut that back to just being a visual difference. So
Yeah.
players have the choice of who they play.
Yeah.
The fire element on each of the players will correspond to whether they are player 1 to 4.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So in the game, depending on what player you are, because it will be a certain color, and that will show you on the fire. It will be the same color as your player thing.
Okay.
We will have other highlights around the player, like they're aiming to be different color and all their health and UIs corresponding to their color, just to help players pick out and identify who they are on the screen a lot faster.
So players are able to pick the same monster.
Yeah,
Just, and then it changes the color. Yeah. That's
Just to help with that.
We're hoping
as
to
well.
make like a player picker soon.
Yes, our program has nearly got that set up. Having a
So it's like player
character
select
screen,
menu.
yeah, select screen. That's
Yeah,
the word.
that's the one.
Do these monsters have their own like personality?
Oh, definitely.
Yes, we have tried our best to give them each a personality.
I think.
The only one I can remember, my favourite one is the Spriggan, so that's the one I know,
Yeah,
I
the
know
Spriggan.
about. On
He's
the back
quite
of
serious.
yeah, the
yeah,
group-looking
the
one,
group
yeah.
looking
Yeah,
one,
the
the one with
tree
the green fire. He's a very serious looking guy. I did like designing him.
Then on the back of his head, we've had this
Oh,
small little
yeah.
mushroom guy
We haven't said. I
on
think
the back of his head.
I might have sent you an image, but I don't know if it's in this thing. It's
No, it's not in
when
the page.
when he turns around, he's got like this moss in the back of his head, and there's
Yeah.
a mushroom in the back, and he's got this really cheerful face on the mushrooms. So,
So it's just a
so
contrast.
he looks all
yeah.
serious when he's facing you, but as soon as he turns around, you just see a happy little mushroom in his head.
I like that. That's
yeah,
cool.
that was your idea, the happy little mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
So the monsters are important, of course,
Yeah,
have their own
yeah.
personalities, but the environments as well are also very important.
Oh yeah.
Going around the environments.
in here.
And so, do you want to talk to me about sort of the different styles you were going for with these
Yeah,
environments?
so this is mostly Sonia's work. I did the ones on the. I can't tell my lefts and rights. The ones on the right, those were originally designed by me, but she has taken them and redone them so that
Yeah.
they all kind of fit the same sort of
Yeah.
style. We wanted to keep like a kind of crystally cave sort of look because a lot of the UI and stuff like that is all crystal themed.
Okay.
And what?
So I was looking at crown.
Oh yeah, and the
crystal.
crown.
And
The
the
crown
oh
is
my
crystal
God, I
themed. So
didn't
this is actually something we're planning to give out at Expo.
That's so,
So we're gonna make a bunch of these, and depending on what color you play as, you're gonna get the same colored crown. This is just
That is
a
cool.
prototype that I
No.
made yesterday.
cool. That looks really good though.
Yeah. So no, the environments they're all sort of crystally themed. The fire one has a bit more crystal stuff in it at the minute.
Yes,
now
we have
that
updated
it's
the
finished.
fire one, and I think the ice one is currently being updated by
Yeah, it is.
our
But the
artists.
top two, those ones are the actually fully rendered ones that
Okay.
Sonia did. So it's all kind of crystally themed, and it's supposed to feel like a bit of a cave, but in some areas a bit fancier.
A dungeon.
Yeah.
So is it like each room? Because obviously it's procedurally generated. So
Yeah.
is at the start of the game, is it like that fire is the whole map? So you pick like a fire map, or you go into like an ice map, or is it just each room is the different elements or the different rooms?
So far, the idea is that each in the randomly generated map, one or two of the rooms will be an elemental room, like
Yeah.
a fire or ice room,
Okay.
and they will have the player with a different play style.
Yeah.
So
Have
the
like an extra
idea,
challenge.
yeah. So the idea with the fire room at the moment is certain parts of the floor will sink into the lava,
Oh,
And it'll
okay.
make it harder to move
yeah,
around.
so making players unable to move around it.
And then obviously
with
the ice room
lava.
is going to have like ice
Yeah,
floor
we're
physics.
just going simplistic ice physics there, so you
Yeah.
can slide around a bit more.
Yeah, that one's going to be a pain in the ass to
Oh,
play
so
on.
Simple but
Feel
sweet.
it.
Simple but sweet.
Yeah. Actually, a cool thing about the fire room, it has been done. On the walls of it, there's paintings. You can't
Okay.
see them on there because it's not done in that picture. But in the finished one, there's actually finished paintings, and we were planning that whenever we made a new greedy monster to play as, it would be hinted at in those paintings. So
yeah.
you could like see like kind of a sneak peek at what's the next greedy that's going to be in there.
Okay.
So it's kind of a cool thing that we did with that room.
Yeah, I like that. I also like how the environment affects how you play, and I guess it also affects because this game's about teamwork,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also
Betrayal.
come the end,
Yeah.
you want to win. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
I also wanna know more about that in terms of how you've made it so that the characters or the players as a team they work together, but also secretly behind the scenes that they're planning the betrayal of their teammates. Have you made it so that maybe some players can prey on the weaknesses of their own friends while also helping them?
The big inspiration for this game was Castle Crashers.
Oh yeah.
And how that playstyle works.
Yeah.
And we tried to replicate in a very similar way in the sense that we don't reward players who don't do anything, who sit there and do nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
Along with having the different types of weapons having their own drawbacks.
Yeah.
So certain weapons that will hit stronger will have a much shorter range, as opposed to other weapons that will have a much further range but won't do as much damage. And we're hoping to have a healthy mix generate throughout the buffs and debuffs and health, so that when you're working together and defeating enemies, you have a moment to, before moving to the next room, deciding on should I switch my weapon because I know they have I have a shorter range weapon to give myself the edge and just staying away from them, or
And it all like depends on what the buffs are as well. You
along
gotta
with the
kinda,
buffs and things.
like try and the reason why you want to work together in these rooms with all the enemies is because you want to be able to get all of those buffs.
Yeah, you want
because
to be the one to pick up the
I think
upgrades.
if you die in the room, then you don't get the upgrades. So you kind of really want to work
Yeah,
together to
okay,
clear it
yeah,
out and get as many upgrades as you can for the
if
end.
you the keynote, if you die in one of the rooms, you won't respawn until moving to the next room when
Yeah.
you reappear.
And most of the upgrades you get is like right at the end when everything's cleared out. So if you
Yes.
die mid room, then it's not great
Oh,
for
you
you.
lose out.
You lose out on a lot of
And we were like discussing whether we would show on the UI around it if we'd have the upgrades in there, but I don't think we are because we want it to be
We're
like you
working
want
on
to
it.
try and like remember what kind of buffs you've got or what the other players have got as
Okay.
well, so that you can know kind of
No,
how
yeah.
they're gonna fight at the end.
Yeah,
But,
we're trying to keep it fairly a mystery so that one player can plan their like uprise, but maybe not fully remember what their teammate has.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And in terms of that, is it so is there like a way to die before the final fight, or is it just if you're in the game, you're gonna make it to the end no matter what?
you're gonna
and-
make it to the end no matter
Yeah.
what. There will be one victor at the end, but if you die like a lot throughout the rooms, you will respawn with full health, but so you won't have the upgrades or the damage. So you'll have to rely a bit more on your teammates, but you can still get in there and get involved to get an advantage on the buffs and things.
Yeah, yeah.
Before moving on to the next room and moving in, there will be, along with being randomly generated, we are having optional rooms off to the side,
Okay.
so players don't have to go straight to the final room. They can divert and maybe get more power ups.
Yeah, like we're
different
planning to make a little
weapons.
shop.
Yeah, we're planning on having some form of shop in some way.
Yeah, so what is it? It's a little octopus shop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
so there's
octopus
going to
shop.
be like a little octopus shopkeeper
Okay.
in this room, and he like hands you an extra buff if you need it, and it's going to
Oh.
be like kind of good for each player that gets it. So like I think if we were discussing how if one player has like an obscene amount of buffs and is like clearly ahead, then this shopkeeper might be able to even it out a bit by giving the players that haven't done quite
Okay,
as
yeah.
well just a little bit of a better upgrade to make it a little bit more even at the last fight.
Yeah.
Because we had some problems at the last what was it, demo day?
Demo day, yeah.
When people were playing it right at the end, it would like be one shot kill
Okay, yeah.
sometimes, and that wasn't great.
I didn't want
That was, to be fair, an equal mixture of the buffs hadn't fully got the UI in there yet, so people weren't quite sure what they were picking up, which meant some players ignored them
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
players didn't.
Yeah.
That's
They did always end it. I think have we fixed that yet? The one hit kill thing.
we definitely have.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
just tested it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you
Sure.
want to get the build up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show us the game.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to play it? I've just played it, so I don't mind.
I mean, if you don't mind,
No, no, go for it.
I don't mind giving it a little go.
Okay.
Can't do this correctly.
That's
I'm a bit rubbish at this, I do apologise.
That's
I'm
fine.
going to just reopen it.
Yeah, because it did bug out at the end. Though.
Yes.
Skeleton.
Team is our name.
We
I
do
don't think we
love the
introduced
logo.
ourselves. There you go. So if you hit A, and you should join in. There you go. You
Oh, I
Ooh.
actually did well. this
one
time.
stick to aim, other stick to move. You got your shoot. If you hit Y, you can switch to a melee. Well, melee in quotations.
Yeah.
If at any point we like to look at the map, it's the select, and you can open it and close it whenever you want.
Okay.
So
That's
it's-
At the minute we don't have a indicator for which room you're in, but I think you guys have made the octopus thing.
yeah, the octopus. If you can just about see it in the center of the screen, is
Oh, yeah.
where we are. Point with the indicator, and then we want to get to this room up here.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause it's,
I suppose this way we go.
Let's go.
I'll take your lead. I know that I've played the game. So there you go. Here are some of the shields, so you can't shoot them, but then
we quite like the shield mechanic because it does encourage some working together because I think it only locks on to one person at a time.
Ah,
So one
so,
person
yeah.
can distract it and the other player can go up behind and kill him.
away we go.
Let's go.
And then yeah, that's the sentry that's actually been added in. The art has.
Yeah,
Still need
we're
to add in the
still,
shield enemy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
Does need to be
it relies on it depends on the animation.
That one's
of
actually
it,
been
yeah.
animated. I think Edmund's just trying to figure out how to put it in with the animation.
That probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, has that been? Oh,
Oh,
hello.
There you go.
hello.
Oh.
Yeah, the doors are a little bit buggy at
That's
times.
fine.
We're still fixing that.
You're in
Because equally, we're
development.
trying to have the doors disappear or disable
Oh, okay.
when there's monsters in the room, so you can't leave until everything
yeah.
is dead. Ah.
Oh.
Yee. Okay, way.
I remember before when it
Yes.
had like
Yeah.
tons of
So-
enemies.
That was nothing. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That might be something to check out.
Yes, I'll point this out to Chris.
Yeah,
after
because
this.
that's
It's
just-
bizarre.
Okay,
Ah, here we are.
Ah.
We haven't got the room
Fine.
actually yet. Whoops.
There is actually a final fight room that has been made.
So now we fight each other.
Yeah.
Now you
To the
must
death.
Fight each other to the death.
Ah,
Is it actually
Oh.
doing any damage to the pink character? I
uh,
think there's another bug. Yeah, there's no damage.
No, yeah,
Wait, no,
no,
it's
big
happening.
damage,
It's
yeah,
happening.
yeah. I think it's just not programmed to go above 12, I think.
Ah.
Which is a mistake.
Oh.
Oh god.
Melee.
What am I playing at? What am I playing at?
Oh,
God.
yeah. Arwins. Yes.
Yes,
It's
num
still
new
quite
R wins.
We need to fix that.
Yes, it was only temporary to get it working, that's all.
Yeah, that's true. But
Um,
yeah, it's-
minus one. I hadn't noticed that.
No, it plays nice. It feels nice. I do like the idea. In terms of upgrades,
Yeah, so many spawned there.
Yeah, we have a. I think we have some images of the upgrade in the pitch presentation. I don't.
Yes, do it. Oh,
I
let's
think
find out.
maybe. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got.
let's see what we got.
Terrible. I'm not used to it, that's why.
Do you go? what was it?
Let's go down, let's find out. No,
Something
it's all
else.
post-production
No,
stuff.
that is all.
Wow.
It's a shame. I did send
All
you.
the budgets and things. Oh, there you go. There's some other images.
Oh yeah, that's the
Oh,
artwork
so
that
that's-
goes on the walls of the fire room.
Yes.
And that's the fire guy.
Yeah,
There's
that's
the,
the
yeah,
Yeah.
there he is.
Little mushroom on the back of his head.
Just poking his head around.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do like those guys. I think those guys
Yes.
are like very popular. The Spriggan and the Donahan.
Yes, I
They're
enjoy it.
extremely
Well, we did a poll, people voting which character they wanted to use, and I wanted to be able to play as, and these were some of the most popular ones that we
Okay.
based off of that.
Will you be doing that?
Oh yeah.
Like,
If we
Possibly again, if we have time
it's
to
a
add
stretch
more.
goal. Like if we manage to get all of the characters in and playable, then we might design another couple characters to put in at the minute. But right now, just getting these 5 characters
Yes.
animated and put in,
That is
is-
mostly our
it's
Yeah.
a
because
big
we
thing
only
to try
have
and do.
because we only
Alright.
have the one artist working on the animations.
Okay.
He's trying his best to keep up and get everything in.
To be
So-
fair, he's also kind of learning how to do animation at the same time.
In fairness, yes.
We did try and get some animators from the animation course, but it
But
didn't
they're
work
not
out.
allowed to, or they couldn't do 2D for us, so they can
Yeah.
only do 3D. So
And
Which is
look,
understandable. It's fine.
adding on to this,
Yeah.
I mean, I like in games when there's like a reason for something happening.
Hmm.
Is there like lore behind this?
Oh yeah,
Like,
we've got some lore.
Yeah.
We're planning for at the start. You'll see like a little comic
okay.
of why these characters are fighting. So the monsters, they all used to be quite friendly with each other, but then there was this big disagreement about who should like lead all of the monsters.
Yeah, there's a vague disagreement.
Yeah, it's a vague there's just something went wrong. And so now they all kind of hate each other. But it's like enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
They're now there are humans invading their cave. They have to try and get them out and work together at that. But once all the humans are gone, there's no reason for them to be friends anymore. So
Now
they're
it's battle to the death.
back to being
Yeah,
battle to the death. And then you want to, well, you're in there to try and win the crown of the cave, which has been designed now. Well, this is the crown of the cave, so this is the crown that you'll actually win in game.
And depending on, I guess, what color you are, you'll get the different color crown.
Yep. In the actual game, it's a little bit different. There's crystals like all around it, and on each side there is a different colored crystal for like the different color that you can play as. So we're depending on which player wins, they'll have their greedy on like the throne that they sit on with the crown on their head.
Nice.
So that'll be pretty cool.
So it's been about 4 months, I guess, now since you guys started. How's it been as a team? How are you as a team working together? You're all different backgrounds. Obviously, you have different skills. How's it been over these
I think
months?
it's been relatively fine. Well, what I say, it's been fine in general. And we've all gotten to
We all
know
get
each other. Yeah, we all get along. We've all gotten to know each other. We all still get along. We all enjoyed the idea.
Some of us even got along so much that we did game jam together.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
game jam together not too long ago.
Yeah, we did.
And,
But yeah, we all get along really well. And I think
Yeah.
this year, especially, I've learned a lot more about the other in like other courses.
Yeah, I think we've all
Especially your
got-
course. Last year I didn't quite get it. Like it should be self-explanatory what a level designer does, but I had no idea last year. But this year I've kind of learned a bit more, and I think I've helped you guys a couple of times with the level design as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I like the team this year. It's good.
It's been a lot good 'cause we all formed around the idea, which helped a lot.
Yeah.
It does help that there's only 3 courses working together.
Yeah,
So we,
okay. So
yeah,
we're not,
so
we're not a massive team, so
Yeah.
that does help in.
it's kind of like we've done it
communication.
so it's like Luke kind of keeps track of you and the programmers, and
Yeah.
I keep track of all of the artists
Okay.
because we're all concept artists, so we all kind of know what we
Yeah.
do. So we're all kind of.
But we all meet regularly. We all communicate fairly effectively. I'd say.
I think we've got like 2 meetings scheduled outside of the already
Yeah.
scheduled meetings.
We try and meet at least every other day
Yeah,
to at least catch up and say like what's going on.
Make
Has
sure
everyone-
everyone's on task.
Yeah.
Blah blah.
yeah.
No one's exploded.
We've got our task boards that
Yeah, we try and
get
keep on top of-
updated
We
sometimes.
try and keep on top of the task board,
Yeah.
but we're not perfect.
Well, now that it is about how many months? Like 2 months into Expo.
Yes.
You got
Gosh.
deadlines. You got deadlines.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Obviously, we don't want to talk about that, but we have to talk about the
Yeah,
deadlines and how are you guys feeling individually and as a team? I guess how are you guys feeling?
So I think you're feeling a lot more
I'm
confident. than
feeling
we
a lot
are.
more confident.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we've only got the art to worry about,
Yeah.
and you're feeling a little bit worried about the programming side.
A little bit more programming and just getting everything in on time and working. That's what I'm a bit more worried about.
I think
that.
we're both a bit worried about the animation.
Yeah, it's the animations.
It's a big job doing the animation, especially means so we're doing 2D animation and it's
Okay.
like frame by frame.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like old style animation instead of like rigging it. So we're a little bit worried about that.
Along
But-
we did lose quite a bit of time trying to communicate with the animators before
Yeah.
we were told actually
We have
can't
got
do it.
the sprites, the forward-facing sprites of them all to put into the
Yes,
game.
we do
though.
have at least that.
So there will be at least playable greedies to be put in there. It's
Yeah.
just on whether or not they move or not.
Yes.
So yeah, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, it should be fine. The way we're going, we can definitely get it done.
Yeah.
But
We've got all the rooms pretty much done, almost.
yeah, pretty much. We've pretty much got all the rooms done.
We're just adding
room
extra
generation.
now. Sonia's been doing all of that really
Mm.
quickly. And all of the designs are pretty much almost done.
Exactly. It was all there.
We just
it's
have to put it in.
easy,
Yeah.
We just have to put it together.
Which could be perfectly simple, could be complicated. You never know.
I think we can do it. I'm fairly confident.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Probably.
So anyway, thank you guys for joining me here
Thank you very
on
much.
this sofa today.
Yeah.
It's been great. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
it
talking
was
about your
fun,
game.
It was nice.
Yeah.
But before we go, I have one more question. Okay,
Mhm.
it's the question I've asked every group so far.
Yeah.
If you watched the stream before,
Yeah.
I'm sure you had.
I watched the last stream, yeah.
So let's say you walk into Tesco.
Okay. A thing that I never do anymore.
You never, no, well, Asda,
Okay.
Sainsbury's,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you
One
go to
of
the
them.
you go to Waitrose, and you go to the meal deal
Oh
aisle.
god, not Waitrose.
What is your meal deal of choice?
Anything without mayonnaise in. And that's a task.
Goodness me.
So I hate it so much. That's why I don't do meal deals. But I like the crisps.
Which one
And
would
a
you pick from
Lucozade.
there?
Crisps.
Luke's had ages.
I like the squares, the salt and
Salt and
vinegar
vinegar
squares. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. What
Oh,
about
what's
you?
yours?
I tend to stick to sausage roll, a standard drink, for just a lemonade or something like that. A Hoisenduck or Hoisenduck. I don't pronounce it correctly.
Raisin duck.
It's a wrap. Sorry, duck
Oh,
wrap.
it's like a-
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Bougie.
probably butchering the name, but I
Probably.
never learned how to say it properly.
No, it's fine.
We've ever done.
No, anyway, thank you guys for joining me.
It's alright.
We're gonna go on a little break now, but we will be joined by our final group, the long week next. So thank you. Bye.